Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think, and you're gonna say, okay Captain Obvious, I think that these guys lied to us a lot. Oh, okay Emil, good job, yeah, you figured things out. No, they lied about the HIMARS, the delivery of HIMARS. Remember, United States delivered about 16 or 18 HIMARS, but they delivered 4, delivered 8, 12, until they got to the whatever. And they claim that those 16 HIMARS, none of them was blown up, were able to turn the tide on the war against the mighty Russian army. 18. I'm gonna give, I don't know, 16 or 18. I'm gonna make it 18 so I can even be generous with them. Same, inflate the number. Let's say 20. Those 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. They were enough to turn the tide on that, whatever, tide, one of those words. You figured it out. You know what I'm talking about. So, now we find that Poland wants to order a certain kind of multiple rocket launchers from South Korea. Let's see, how many do you think they're going to buy? I mean, if the 20 or 18 HIMARS were capable of destroying the Russian army in its prime, not like at the end of the war, no, in its prime, what do you think these guys, the Poles, would need? Now Russia is depleted, so I'm thinking that Poles get ready for a Russian invasion or something, right? So if the Russian army is much weaker right now, and 18 HIMARS did a good job, how many do you think they would need? 5? 2? Something like that. No. I'm gonna use now first the South Korea multiple rocket launcher. I'm gonna tell you how many Poland ordered HIMARS. So this article comes from Defense News, October 14th, 2022. Alright, Poland to buy hundreds of South Korean Chunmoo multiple rocket launchers. I'm gonna spell it for you. C-H-U, Chu, N-M-O-O. Chunmoo. Alright, something like that. So, hundreds. Wait a second. And I'm quoting. We're aware that we will not receive... No, I was ahead of one page. Warsaw, Poland. Poland has complained it's completed negotiations with South Korea to buy close to 300 K-239 Chunmoo multiple rocket launchers, with a contract expected to be signed during the next week's visit by Polish Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister Mariusz Błaszczak to Seoul, South Korea. And I'm quoting, "It's an excellent artillery weapon, and based on our observations from the war in Ukraine, we can clearly see how much advantage can artillery create on the battlefield," this guy said. Last May, listen to this, pay attention everybody. Last May, the minister announced he signed a letter of request to purchase about how many HIMARS? I made a video on that. You didn't watch it. 500 HIMARS. M500 M142 high mobility artillery rocket systems, or HIMARS, from the United States. So you tell me, if these guys are ordering 500, Poland 500, how many do you think Ukraine had before the so-called 18 were delivered? Poland made this determination to buy 500 and not 20 because 20 did the job at a full-armed Russian army. Correct? Correct. So if 18 did the job, how much would you need? 40? Why would you plan on 500? I tell you why. Because they know exactly how many Ukraine had before the invasion And then without the number, they figured out that with that number, the Ukrainians were capable of holding this back. If that's true, if that is true, maybe those were blown up in the first 5 minutes by the Russians. We don't know. The Russians says, yeah, we blew them all. The other one say, none of them was even touched. The US said, no, they're the best, man. They're invisible. Nobody touched them. Okay, that's a lie. Smack. Okay, so if those guys figured out 500, I believe these guys had, let's say, 300, maybe 400 before the war started. Must have had it, because the 20 would not have done the job, and those guys would have not ordered 500. Make sense? Makes sense. All right. Now, they order not only the 500, they order the 300. So, put together, that's 800 rocket launcher systems. Poland. For whom? Russia is already beaten, according to everybody. They're depleted. They're losing. They're running. They're shooting themselves in the foot and, I can't join the army. I got shot. All right, something. So here we go. But we find out what this little piece of equipment can do, right? He said, we're aware that we will not receive all 500 HIMARS launchers, for which we have sent a letter of request. Why not? And why would you send 500? Again, let's go down with that. In addition to these launchers, we will also acquire a very large number of missiles, both precision strike missiles for a distance of up to 70 kilometers, and tactical missiles with a range of about 300 kilometers. That's 200 miles, 220. So tactical missiles with a range of about 300 kilometers. Okay, so what can you do? But if they had the money, they have the money. I don't know how. I haven't heard that Poland had like an economic boom lately. So where did they get the money from? Hello, Poland. I move to Poland tomorrow if they are like, they have this amount of money, this quantity. How? Where? Bankers again? You bet. You bet. So, I don't believe then two things. One, I don't believe that the HIMARS were as the 18 HIMARS were so effective as it's claimed, and the proof is those guys ordered 500 and they ordered 300 over there, so that's 800, right? So if these guys want 800, for whom? For Germany? For whom? And remember, these things are offensive weapons. Okay? These are offensive weapons. You can say, well, we shoot the guys that are coming near. But they can be used in advancing, if you know what I mean. What are the Poles getting ready for? If Russia is losing so miserably, is there any other enemy close to Poland that you can think of? Maybe to the west? I don't know. They're not gonna do anything over there. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Poland will decide that they need a little bit of territory, a buffer zone between them and the loser Russian Federation. And I'm calling losing because they're gonna lose somehow, and everything is gonna be back to business as it was. So anyway, lies, lies, lies. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.